Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, my dear children. How are you? I hope that you're gaining knowledge about the Seerah and you're sharing it with your friends. I hope so, because that is going to be really good for you. Okay, let's start our lesson. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. Ameen. So last time we learned that because of the dua of the Prophet ﷺ, the Muhajirin started to love Medina as well. Now Prophet ﷺ started to make the masjid. The masjid in Nabawi that you can see today, that started on that day. So Prophet ﷺ bought the land from two orphan children and started to make the masjid on it. You remember Prophet ﷺ she-camel sat when he entered Medina? This was that place, okay? So they cleaned up the area, and the mosque's walls were made out of clay and unbaked bricks. The roof was made from the branches of the date trees, and the tree trunks, the solid tree trunks, were used as the pillars. Sand and pebbles were spread on the floor. There were no carpets. And you know what? Prophet ﷺ worked along with Muhajirin and the Ansar in building the mosque. While they carried bricks, rocks, and tree trunks, they were saying poems. They were singing poems. And Prophet ﷺ was answering them so that they are going to enjoy and they are not going to get tired. And the work was done quickly. Now the masjid was built and Muslims had their house of worship. Now they didn't have to hide themselves or worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala secretly as they had done in Makkah. Now Muslims had started to pray all 5 prayers in Masjid-e-Nabawi. But the only problem was that people were not sure that each salah would start at what time. Prophet ﷺ asked the companion for suggestions. So the best suggestion was that a man should call out loudly, prayer is about to begin. And Prophet ﷺ said, that's good. But then Abdullah bin Zayd had a dream in which he heard a beautiful prayer call. He told the Prophet ﷺ about his dream, and Prophet ﷺ confirmed that that dream was a true one and it needs to be fulfilled. He asked Abdullah to teach the words to Bilal bin Rabah radiallahu anhu, who had a strong and beautiful voice. So he stood up on Kaaba's building and started to say, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah, Hayya ala salah, Hayya ala salah, Hayya ala al-falah, Hayya ala al-falah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah. When Umar radiallahu ta'ala heard the new prayer call, he hurried to the mosque and said, by Allah, I have heard this call in my dreams too. From that day onwards, Muslims gathered at the mosque whenever they heard Bilal radiallahu ta'ala saying the azaan. Now, my dear children, we are going to stop here and see what we have learned today. So, we learned that Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was not a serious, strict, authoritative person. People around him used to enjoy his company because he was soft-hearted, and whenever the other people would do work, he would share in that work, and he would try to make the atmosphere enjoyable. He used to listen to people's poems and dreams and used to smile. So we learned that there is no harm in singing poems, but the only thing is that there shouldn't be any music and there shouldn't be any words which are indecent or displeasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the other thing that we have learned is that all the boys should learn how to give adhan. Yes, and start to give adhan in the masjid or in the house, but they should know the wording and the meaning of the adhan. Inshallah, later on I'll tell you the meaning, but for now, start memorizing the adhan. Because Prophet ﷺ told us that on the day of judgment, the people who used to give adhan in this dunya are going to have long, beautiful necks so that they are going to be recognized. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to give them a higher rank. And I want all of you to get that rank. And I want you to get that reward on the day of judgment. Now, I hope that your teachers are going to make you memorize the adhan and then you are going to record it and send it to them, inshallah. Okay, my dear children, let's say the dua. Allahumma inni as'aluka imanan la yartaddu wa na'iman la yanfadu wa murafaqata Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallama fi ala jannatil khuld. Ameen. Barakallahu feekum. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.